the NGO world is more of spending the cash, but not looking for the cash.
So
for me, I felt I needed to go into corporate so that I understand how cash is made, how money is acquired. And so that's when I moved into telco. And in telco, I moved to Kensal. Kensal, that's when we were starting up here in Kenya. So that was in 2000. I remember I was employee number 56. I think by the time I was leaving, we had already hired about 1,500 employees.
Gen Zs might not understand Kensal, so Kensal is really transitioned to Airtel. Kensal, Zain. Oh, okay.
Right now it's
Airtel. Yes.
Transition.
Yes.
But that's actually when now we were starting out with the French.
Yes.
The French, that's the Vivendi, when they were still here in Kenya, before they were sold off. So even there, I learned how to set up an organization, a big organization, from ground up. How to set up the right systems as well as the right departments and getting the right talent within the organization. I remember our CEO, his benchmark for us was every week to recruit 100 employees.
Wow.
So it was
high growth.
Yes, it was high growth, high pressure, but you also needed to get it right.
Yes.
So that was, I did telco for about 3.5 years. I was in HR, I was in people development, talent development. I actually even also enjoyed the staff engagement programs just to ensure that employees are well engaged.
For that high growth and that bit of, really, I mean, this is a telco, there's a lot of business potential, you're recruiting over 100 employees a week. How did you manage to synergize those cultures and ensure that people actually aligned to the strategy?
Yes.
Especially because they're new and new people are coming in,
And you see a lot of people are all coming from different backgrounds. So that was why it was so important to have the staff engagement events. Try and also start defining a culture, and get everybody to have that buy-in. So we used to have a lot of staff engagements. So we had to sell the vision to employees, and then also make it come alive through everything that we did within the organization.
Yes.
So that was interesting. I remember we turned the city pink. If you remember those days.
Yes.
We were all young, vibrant, full of energy. It was a beautiful place to work.
It's all about calling rates, and I think at the time Kensal was among the first, the first organizations to, revolutionize the calling rates in the country.
The calling rates. So that's when the big debate between per second and per minute came in. And I remember we were doing per minute, and then that's when our Safaricom had started coming up. Then for me, I felt, yes, it is good. I have seen how a startup works, but I also,
Before you go to the next journey, because I know where you transition into that, there's a lesson there in management. You look at it as you were market leaders at one point, and then Safaricom just comes in and kind of tilts the scales. What management lesson did you learn from that?
Sometimes, and I remember even at that time, the market was already demanding for per second billing. But because with the French then, the Vivendi, for them, from their background, they had really established other telco organizations across Africa. So for them, they were hell-bent on per minute billing. So I think for me, the key lesson is you need to listen to your customers. Because I think at that point, we already had the market. Even the network was much better, even than Safaricom at that
Clarity,
point.
Reach, and all that.
So the only problem is they didn't listen to the clients. We didn't listen to the customers. That's where now that gap, that's where now Safaricom came in and took over in terms of the per second billing. And then you see the thing is, after clients have told you severally, and you're not listening and heeding to their calls, what happens is they lose faith in you. So then after that, within my career, I felt, okay, it's good. I have worked for good companies, but I was very clear about my career path. Because I was very clear I wanted to get into management by 30. At that point, I was about 27. So what did I do? I decided, you know what, I'm going to go to an organization that is actually dying, for a turnaround.
Great. So you can best
To
show your
test
skills.
yourself.
Yeah.
How else will you
Yes, that,
get
I
to
agree
know?
with that.
That's the proof of the pudding.
Yes, yes.
So I remember at that point when I moved, everybody thought, you're crazy. Why would you do this? Yeah, and that's actually when I moved into retail. Yeah, so I went to Uchumi. And that is when Uchumi was actually the first time it was trying to die. Yeah?
Yes, yes.
The first time, yeah, before we revived it.
Yes.
And for me, it was to test all the things I had learned in school, as well as also through my MBA. Because you know, a lot of stuff can remain as theory. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very important to actually go try it out. And you know, at that point, I was young. I could make mistakes if I could with my career. You're allowed at that point. So I made that move. And I think
Would
it
you
was
consider it a mistake?
No, it wasn't. Actually, it was one
Would
of
you
the best decisions.
But I'm sure amongst your peers,
Yeah.
it was all...
They thought I was crazy.
Are you crazy or
Yeah, because
something?
everybody else
Yeah.
was comfortable.
Yeah.
But you don't grow in comfort. You only grow in challenges.
Yes.
Yeah, but I can tell you, I even first of all had to even look where the office was, because they were in industrial area, the farthest point of industrial area, Lunga.
Well,
So I'm
put it
coming
somewhere
from
in a go down or something.
Yes, actually, exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
warehouses.
Yes.
But it was one of those career switches that actually